in a down market. Nobody was making much, but not everyone had adrenochrome. It says it seemed to cut my learning curve. I was jacked in, booted up. At the end of the week, my brokerage account was worth over $2 million.
What's up, guys? Boy Penny. One of the greatest confusions of the modern political landscape is that there's been a major flip in what is truly popular in this country. Polls show this, man on the street videos show this, and you can just straight up walk down the street and ask people about the America First agenda, and they'll say, oh yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that. I don't want America to spend billions of dollars in foreign wars. I want America to spend money here. I want secure borders. I want a roaring economy. I want to be able to afford a house. I want low inflation. I want America first. Like, people on the left and the right all agree with those things. I don't like corruption in my government. I don't like my government telling me what to do. Like, these are things that are nearly universal, and they're our side winning. It's our politics that is the majority, by and large. And it is really hard to understate or overstate how unpopular the politicians of the left are. The people who are truly the leaders, the rest of them are like irrelevant. Nobody even knows who they are. But like, Barack Obama isn't popular. You go to Barack Obama's neighborhood, nobody has anything nice to say about him. We know this because we did it. Michelle Obama, nobody relates with Michelle Obama. Nobody likes Kamala Harris. You see her poll numbers falling like a meteorite from the heavens. And if you need to truly understand like where the power brokering comes from in the Democrat Party, look no further than Nancy Pelosi, who was able to effectively throw Joe Biden literally overboard on a ship into a trash compactor. The planet. There's something remarkable that happens when Nancy Pelosi ever goes out in public. This is like a truism, and I can prove it. Every single time Nancy Pelosi goes out in public, somebody's there to scream at her and tell her how much they dislike her. Because Nancy Pelosi literally personifies the corruption that people don't want to see in their politics. Nancy Pelosi tripled the S&P 500's returns in 2023. Amazing. Here's the stocks she's been buying. Why? How can she triple the returns of the stock market? Well, because Nancy Pelosi has this incredible capacity to buy stocks right before they explode because of government spending and contracts that she knows about, that she orchestrated, and this incredible capacity to sell stocks right before they collapse because of contracts she didn't negotiate or insider trading knowledge. She was the insider trading queen. Look at this. Nancy Pelosi's salary, you can look this up, is $100,000 a year. It's not nothing, that's for sure. But how does $100,000 a year, even if you're 83 years old, lead to a net worth of $250 million? How's that possible? $244 million is her net worth. Makes you wonder. And it actually makes a lot of people who are the victims of political corruption quite angry. Pelosi got confronted at a little meet and greet by apparently a comedian who trolled her to her face. We always love a story with a happy ending like this. Enjoy.
Hi, how are you? My name is Noah. I used to be pronouns. Listen, I wasn't able to get a book that was sold out, but I want to say how much I appreciate your fierce, staunch defending of democracy. It really means so much, honestly, I'm really scared about Donald Trump winning the election, and honestly, with all the disinformation on X, I honestly, the only chance that we have is for Donald Trump to actually spend the rest of his life in prison. That's the only hope for democracy. Win the election. We do. Well, Nancy, listen. Last question. What stocks should I buy? Nancy, you're the greatest options trader of all time. I just want to know what stocks I should buy.
Look at all the security. Look at the security.
Win the election. We do. Well, Nancy, listen. Last question. What stocks should I buy? Nancy, you're the greatest options trader of all time. I just want to know what stocks I should buy.
Assault!
But I just want to know, income inequality is their biggest concern. But the police are implementing an institution of white supremacy and racism. I don't understand why they're even here at all. They should be defunded. I just want to know, she makes 6 figures a year in Congress and has $100 million net worth. Don't y'all want to know what stocks she should buy? Come on.
Go away.
I just want to know what stocks to buy. I want to close the wealth gap. What's the problem?
Go away.
I just want to close the wealth gap. Thank you, Pelosi. Keep the great options trader.
All right, so comedian scored away asking Nancy Pelosi what stocks should I buy. Comedian was scored away from Pelosi. Heckled her over her stock trading, greatest options trader of all time. Alex Strenger, a conservative comedian, approached Pelosi as she was signing copies for her new book, The Art of Power. Really? At a Texas Tribune festival on Sunday. Clip was posted on X. Strenger, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the guy's work, but I'll totally follow him now because this is incredibly great work. Very funny. This guy did just a great job here. Who retweeted this post? Assaulted by Nancy Pelosi security detail. And all I wanted was stock advice. Good job, dude. Way to go. This guy dressed up and acted like Dems would get close to Pelosi. Once he started asking for stock tips, bodyguards physically threw him out of the building. I thought Nancy Pelosi wanted to spread the wealth. Wouldn't be the first time that Nancy Pelosi did something untoward to a protester. Nancy Pelosi, at her mansion in San Francisco, literally told protesters to go back to China, where they came from. Not the last racist thing she's just yelled at a minority, but here's one of them.
Most of your constituents want stop genocide, stop the Holocaust.
The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the ceasefire. The Democrats want the
China. Go back to China where you came from. Nancy Pelosi getting asked in the halls of Congress what's going to happen to Joe Biden.
That him waiting so long to make this decision to
comments in the hallway about the fate of our nation. Okay?
Are you concerned whether or not he can win in November?
I think he can.
Here we go. Get ready.
Do you think he should run for re-election?
I'm not. Am I speaking English to you?
Am I speaking English to you?
Any statements about any attack right now in the hallway?
Oh man, so funny. Oh my gosh. You just love it. Even on the far left wing struggle session, cry couch bite stick that is Stephen Colbert's show, anti-Israel protesters crash Pelosi's late show interview. Stephen Colbert outside of DC, they actually needed to bring in all the cops because Nancy Pelosi was so unpopular with her own base.
Let me just say this.
I'm not asking you to tell me what he said. I'm just curious, was that a difficult conversation?
Wouldn't that be your next question? Let's just say this. What's really important about what happened is what comes next. And what comes next is we're going to elect Kamala Harris.
There's a protest going on in the audience right now. Hold on, young lady, I can hear you. The subject is on Israel and Palestine. Yeah. And if you'll have a seat, we have to go to the commercial break. When we come back, I will ask the next question I had on that subject, if you will listen, okay?
It doesn't matter if Nancy Pelosi's on TV or out front of her home or just grabbing boozing it up in the middle of the day.
Let me just get you to
Nancy, can you tell us why we have all the $150 billion going to Ukraine when we have homeless on the streets in your own city? Nancy, can I get some stock trading tips on how to get semiconductors in Taiwan? Nancy, why do we? Is your son involved with Hunter Biden?
You know, you just love to see it. The cost of power and enriching yourself as your country is in shambles and doing absolutely nothing for the next generation, destroying everything so that you can feel extremely accomplished. Yeah, what a sick and cretinous reptilian way to go through life. And we're very glad that Nancy Pelosi gets harassed because, one, it's very funny, and two, she deserves it. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.